Welcome back, Super Geek friends. I'm Super Geek Chad.
Super Geek Dustin here.
And, Mumble's magic is getting weak.
So weak. He needs to go to the gym.
I'm back.
Oh, shit.
That's rude. That's fucking rude. I was in the middle of a transformation. Do you fucking stop Goku in the middle of a Super Saiyan transformation? No, because you're not a total asshole.
No, you wait until next week.
Right? God, what a fucking dick. Doesn't get with the program. Alright, continue. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Dustin's pulled over top 10, number 5.
I don't think we were going to get to 10, but number 5 was, this one really pissed me off, because I was driving in, Tempe when I was in school, and there was this cop just waiting, and apparently he had placed his own speed limit sign down, which I didn't know that they could do.
I did not know that either. That's kind of B to the S of the bullshit.
And so it was a speed trap. Basically what it was, a speed trap. So he placed his own speed limit sign down, so it immediately ratchets the speed from 45 to 25. Like, right within, maybe 20 feet.
Can you say rude?
And so it's complete total bullshit. So as soon as you see the sign, you slam on the brakes. But of course you're going to be going over the speed limit by the time you hit that next sign, unless you're driving
Was that
dangerously.
here in Arizona?
Yeah, in Tempe. It was bullshit.
That's fucked up. I did not know that. I don't know that. I don't know if that's a thing.
You know what? It gets better. The guy pulls me over. I didn't end up actually getting the ticket for it because I did the driving school thing online. But he said, "Do you know what the speed limit was back there?" And I was like, "Yeah, 45." And he's like, "No, the other speed limit." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "Well, I know there's another speed limit sign there because I put it up myself."
What?
And I was like, "Okay, maybe it should be a little bit more." I get a little bit
testy with them.
I was like, maybe if there was a little bit more time, or it was in a place where people could see it, it would be a better placement. And he's like, "Yeah, well, it's where it is because that's where it's supposed to be. That's where I put it." And, he was just he was an older cop, kind of curmudgeon-y, grumpy.
Was he a motorcycle cop?
No, this one was a car.
Alright.
And, complete Rumpelstiltskin, and it really didn't help, but he's like, "Yeah, you know what? Whatever. I see you've never had a ticket before, so, I'm gonna write you one."
But I can see you've never had this thing before. Fuck you.
But
everyone should have one. I feel like sharing today.
He's like, "You should be able to spend, $250 to just not have the ticket, take a course or something." And I was like, "All right, well, thanks. Anything else? Can I help
Any other
you?"
words of wisdom you want to lay on me, Pops?
He's like, "Yeah, just watch for those kinds of signs there." It's complete, total asshole. And so that was the most negative.
I don't know if you can notice, but I was rolling my eyes with my head at all of what you just said.
Yeah, it was such shit.
Because I don't know if I could have kept my cool in that situation. I can get pretty snarky with people sometimes when I feel like I'm in the right.
Yeah, I was really, really disappointed in that whole thing, because I did drop $200 on a driving school. Funny thing is, it was online and it was through the Tempe Improv.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
It was a Tempe Improv driving survival school.
Okay, I still need to get the puzzle piece platform to do this. Okay, sorry about that.
That's all right. So it was a pretty nifty little thing there that they do that because it happened in Tempe jurisdiction. So not bad there. Now here's where we get into some of the actual really juicy stuff. Stuff that I don't even think I've talked about half of this shit with you.
No, none of this stuff you've talked about so far. You've never shared.
But this is going back to I don't even think you know that I used to do movies. Not those movies. But
what kind of movies are you talking about, Dustin?
When I was in high school, I had a group of friends. We were really into filmmaking. And so we made really, really, really... Okay, one of them I think was still good, but mostly really shitty films with no fucking script, or there was a script, but we went off fucking book the whole time. And so during one of these filmings...
Was this high school?
Yeah, high school.
Okay.
So,
Were you in a media program in high school?
Yeah, I was in film and media productions and newspaper, so I kind of did everything.
So was I. High five.
Well, up top.
Yeah.
Nerds
on campus.
Until they made me choose. They made me choose my senior year which one.
Oh, don't ever make me choose between my love.
It was fucked up.
Don't do that, shots.
But we're shooting we really like horror movie stuff, so we're shooting a horror movie. I even remember the name. The title was called The Suffering. I don't know who was suffering except for us at the time. And so we go into this neighborhood. Of course, we don't have like zoning permits or shit.
Yeah,
We're a bunch of dumb fucking kids. We have airsoft.
That's my argument for. I'm just a dumb fucking kid.
We've got, airsoft guns for props, because I believe the basic premise was that
Please don't tell me you guys painted over the orange tips.
No, they weren't. They didn't have orange tips.
Oh.
No, these were just regular like airsoft guns.
Don't airsoft guns now have like orange tips on them?
They do now.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, you're welcome. That was us.
Who are you? What?
No, I'm kidding.
Continue.
But
sure, okay.
It's for reasons like this that they do have those tips on them, which I guess you could edit out in post when you really think about it.
Just the tips.
Yeah, you could just edit the tips out in post because they're not actually part of the actual gun. We are in a development that isn't like
Finished
under completion.
Yet. Yeah.
And the whole premise of this, I recall, was like a serial killer had escaped, kind of like a Michael Myers kind of thing, and there were, people trying to track him down and people trying to not be, the usual.
Okay.
And so, this guy that was actually his name, Guy, he was playing the serial killer. And so he was in, like, a ratty, nasty painter's jumpsuit.
Okay.
And he was wearing, like, I'm sure he was wearing bad cologne, but that's not the point. You alright?
Yeah, just making sure that I didn't die.
Oh, is that quicksand?
Yeah, it's quicksand.
Okay. So, he is way back. He's probably, because we were doing like an extra long shot, like an over-the-shoulder kind of thing, where, kind of like Slender Man's in the background or something. It was that kind of an effect. So the other actors were shooting a scene, and he was way far back. We see the cop coming, and apparently somebody had seen a bunch of kids with guns.
Oh no!
And so they called the cops.
Of course.
And
damn.
So we've got maybe, I think there was 6 or 7 of us, and we were all there. And so we see the cop coming from like all the way down the street, because he parked his car and came around the corner. He didn't bring the car up really. And
do not have enough.
No, not yet. And so we call Guy up, and we're like, Guy, get over here. And he's literally walking 10 feet in front of this cop, right? He doesn't even see him, doesn't notice him. He's like, what, guys? What's the big deal? And he gets to the rest of us, and I was like, dude, there's a cop. And so he turns around. He's like, obviously not in the best outfit to be wearing.
Oh shit!
And so the cop comes up, and the first thing's out of his mouth, and he has his hand on his sidearm. Which honestly, I would if I heard there was a bunch of kids messing around with guns.
Right.
In
an underdeveloped area.
Yeah. So he said, so where's the gun? And I don't remember which one it was, but I think it was, yeah,
baby.
Should I change names to protect the innocent here?
Maybe.
So, we'll say Gus. Gus says, oh, it's in the backpack, let me get it. And as he's reaching, and Gus was younger, and as he's reaching into the backpack, which is definitely a bad fucking idea, the cop says, get your hands out of your pockets! And I go spread eagle, and my arms go up into the air, and I stand like Freakazoid does the running thing. That's me in that moment.
Oh, shit.
And then as we all do that, even the guy in the wheelchair does that.
He miraculously was able to stand again.
He's a cool guy. We called him Wheels.
Wow.
It was his nickname. I didn't give it to him, but that's what it was.
Okay.
Oh, really cool guy.
Oh, this is bullshit right here.
We're all there with our hands to the sky, and the cop just starts laughing. And he's like, "I didn't say put him up."
What am I supposed to do here? I think. Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do.
You need to be small.
Yeah, I need to be one of. I need to be a critter. Like one of the things that Mumbo turns me into. Oh shit!
Oh, that's insta-death.
Wow. Oh, that was just great. How much time do we have left on this episode?
We can, cut it in a few minutes, a minute or two. Let me just wrap up.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
So the cop had already called backup in just in case, and so the other guy gets here. The other cop, and they're talking to us, and we're like, "Oh, we're just a bunch of dumb kids out making a movie."
We're just a bunch of fucking stupid kids.
And he's like, "You know what? That's pretty cool. That's not so bad." And so, they talk to us about movies, and then the other cop's like, "You know what? I think they have like fake guns with like orange tips that you guys could be using for this kind of stuff." And
yeah, I wonder who would have thought of that.
And we go home afterwards because everything's fine, and like the owner of the development that we were in didn't want to like press trespassing charges because we were dumb fucking kids.
We're just dumb fucking kids.
Yeah, that's basically the whole thing. Was we were dumb and didn't know any better, and amazingly it worked. But it was true. I guess it was true. I guess it worked because it was true. But we go home. We actually took that script and we threw it in the pool. And I said, "Fuck that script. It's a bad omen." And
we'll do it live.
and so that's the really interesting part. But the kicker for me with that is like 3 weeks later, it's nighttime at my place. I'm still in high school. I'm living with my mom, and apparently somebody in the family, I don't remember what happened, but somebody lost something or something was stolen at the mall. I don't remember the details, but there was something stolen to warrant a police officer to do like a
search.
Stop.
Yeah,
not a search. Like
somebody
in my family lost something, so they were just coming to like check up and like let us know.
Was it the same cop?
It was the same fucking cop.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I opened the door. And
it's like, you again.
And I was like, didn't ever think I'd see you again. I was like, is something wrong?
I was really hoping I'd never see you again.
And he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, oh, I'm one of those kids that had a gun in that neighborhood.
Oh no.
And he's like, oh, the movie kids. And I was like, yeah, one of those dumb kids.
We're just dumb fucking kids.
And so, that was probably the best moment was just, if I hadn't seen him again, I might not have remembered it as well. But the fact that there was a return of the police officer into my existence really ingrained that into my mind. And so that's
That's a pretty good story, man.
That's the first time. The first time that happened, and then there was another one time, but we're getting pretty full on this episode, so I think maybe I'll save that one.
Are you saying that we're gonna get full next time on Super Geek Friends?
Yeah, we're gonna get.
I want some ice cream. I'll get some full on some ice cream.
Next time on Super Geek Friends, I'm probably gonna talk about getting attacked by ducks.
Wow, you were just full of stories these past few episodes. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I'm taking a walk down memory lane. Not all of it's good. But we'll talk about that and another cop story next time.